Hello aspirants, welcome to Ekam Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss about an important greenhouse gas that has caused the attention of the entire world towards it. What is that particular greenhouse gas we are referring to? It is nitrous oxide, N20, which is also called as laughing gas. So what is the main reason why we are having the recent increase in emissions from N20, or what is the major source of this N20 and why we have to concern about this emissions? All this we are going to discuss in this video. So here you can see N20. Why we are going to discuss this? For the first time it was observed that N20 emissions from India has increased, and now India became the second largest emitter of this particular gas. So India is the second largest emitter of it. So how much is the Indian contribution? Out of all N20 emissions, India is contributing 11% of it. So then which is the first country? Means it is China with 16% of emissions from nitrous oxide. Then what is the major source of N20? Means agriculture, which is contributing globally 74% of the nitrous oxide emissions. Then we also have livestock sector. Then we have industrial emissions contributing to N20 emissions, industrial sector, and at the same time we also have biomass burning. So this is also causing N20 emissions into the atmosphere. Then why it is a matter of concern? Because N20 is a potent greenhouse gas. So what is greenhouse gas? You know, which creates global warming impact. So it is observed that it is having 300 times more heat trapping capacity than carbon dioxide. That means how much ever carbon dioxide traps the heat, compared to the carbon dioxide, it can trap 300 times more heat. That is what you have to keep in mind. Then another thing you have to keep in mind is, compared to the pre-industrial levels, now N20 emissions have reached 330 parts per billion. So this is what observed by the report. Then another thing you have to keep in mind is, there is last 4 decades only, if you have seen, in the last 4 decades, 40% of N20 emissions also have increased. So 40% of emissions also have increased in N20. So this is all the major findings of the report, and why it is a matter of concern, because so N20 has been the long stayed greenhouse gas compared to the carbon dioxide, because it can stay in the atmosphere for almost 120 days. So it is having more global warming potential also. So these are the main things which are concerning the environmentalists also, and it is also an alarming sign for the entire world, because we need to cut down these emissions. And what we have to keep in mind is the targets we have kept for Paris Agreement. So in Paris Agreement of 2015, we have kept a target to limit the temperature rise at least by 1.5 degrees centigrade or 2 degrees centigrade, right? So if you want to limit it to 2 degrees centigrade, then we have to decrease 20% of our emissions from nitrous oxide, especially nitrous oxide emissions, from the 2019 levels by 2050. At least if you want to achieve this particular goal, then from the 2019 levels you have to decrease 20% of your emissions by 2050. Then only it will be possible to keep our goal of 2 degrees centigrade rise also within the limits. This is what the report is suggesting, and India is now the second largest source. So previously we are focusing more on methane emissions, because methane is also majorly released from agriculture as well as livestock. But now again, compared to the methane is a short-lived pollutant only. But on the other hand, you have this N20, which is a large-scale pollutant, and is also a potent greenhouse gas compared to the carbon dioxide. So this is definitely an alarming sign, so which you have to focus upon. Then sources I already told you: agriculture, livestock, industrial emissions, and biomass burning. So then let's see the practice question for the day. So which of the following medical applications is nitrous oxide commonly used for? As a sedative in surgeries as well as dental procedures, or as an anesthetic cardiac surgeries, or as a painkiller for chronic conditions, or an antibiotic for infections? So which is the correct option? Choose the answer and let me know in the comment section. Then in this video we have discussed about what is N20, what are its properties, why it is an alarming sign for the entire world, how it is having an important role in the increase in the temperatures as well as global warming. All this we have discussed in this video. If you like these initiatives, please let me know in the comment section, so that I can bring more informative videos to you which are helpful in your preparation. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.